In this video, we're going to answer one very simple question. What's upstream of the hidden secret oasis? I invite you to come along with me and we'll find out together. So to put things into context for those who aren't aware, this is the secret hidden oasis that I discovered earlier this summer. And I returned once with RJ where we did some swimming here and got some footage underwater. And when we were here, we ventured up this slide area and RJ discovered a little bit further up a beautiful natural swimming pool. And it was absolutely gorgeous, pretty deep, about 6 feet deep. And we got to thinking, what else can be upstream? So not only for our own curiosity, but many of you, and I say many, I say most of you, commented in the video saying, yes, we want to see what's upstream as well. So we returned today, we brought our friend Dan along, and we're gonna go upstream to see what else we could discover. We know what's down here at the oasis. I know it's up at the source of the water because I did film that, but now we're gonna be able to connect the dots in between both locations. And it's safe to say we're going to do a little bit of swimming, some more exploring, and obviously share some beautiful footage and photos of this beautiful natural area. But we're going to be in for a great time, and I know you're going to enjoy the video as much as we enjoy making it for you. So you can see there's RJ and Dan. They're right alongside the pipe, which goes all the way up to the source of this water, which we'll see along the way. And just to kind of recap from our last visit here, we do have the orange water here, which looks like lava. And there's some speculation about what it could be. Some viewers said AMD, acid mine drainage. Others have said it is iron oxidation, and when the bacteria eats it, it turns it orange. And that's what I believe it is. It's just coming out of here. I believe it's a drill hole. Yeah, there's a hole drilled here, and the water just keeps coming out of there, and it's orange. It's right in the bedrock. So that does flow into the water, but it doesn't really seem to affect it at all, as there is wildlife. You know, there's fish, there's crayfish, but it is neat though, nonetheless. And this was the bigger hole, which I'd actually use as my intro. I kneeled down in there and jumped out and made for a fun little moment there. But here is the oasis, and it's actually really clear today. Best conditions we've had. Now, if you want to see what we found beneath the water, well, just before we're doing this video right now, we did a video in the oasis. I actually brought my snorkeling gear and I covered the whole entire area underwater. And let's just say it's pretty incredible and deeper than I thought. So if you haven't seen that video, anything I do mention, of course, will be found down below in the video description. And right up here is the swimming pool that RJ found last time. And this is dubbed as nature's private swimming pool. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, and it's clear this time. I could see right to the bottom. So you know we have to jump in and take a little dip while we're here. Yeah, look at that. That looks so awesome. The sun's shining through, and it's so neatly constructed by nature. This big rock outcropping comes out here, but then there's a channel chiseled out, and I know there's a glare, but it's about 6 feet deep in the deepest area. And I think while we're here, I'm going to give you guys not only some underwater footage now that we can see the bottom, but I'm going to jump in and cool off a little bit. But the great thing is this is only the beginning. We have all of that to explore. So regardless of how long the video is, I guarantee you guys are going to want to keep watching to see what we find along the way, because I do know up there at the source there is another deep pool of water. That is confirmed, guaranteed, and I'll probably give you some underwater footage there. So I'm actually really excited. This is gonna be so much fun.
Showing some nip.
Here's looking upstream where we will be venturing next. But just take that in for a moment. I'm going to be quiet, just taking the sights and the sounds of the water. It's not a bad shot if I say so myself. Got the beautiful nature's carpet and the nice clean flowing water. By the way, if anyone watching has lost a shoe, found it. It's right here. Looks about a size 9. If that's yours, come and claim it. So I was asking RJ if he had a name for this, since he's the one that discovered this little pool up here. He doesn't know of one offhand. I just know it as nature's private swimming pool, and I got a bug on my glasses. But I saw the footage back of me jumping in at the underwater camera station there. That looked awesome. It was so clean and clear and refreshing. And this is just like a little hidden gem. But I'm excited to see what else we find. So now that this place is documented, we're gonna move upstream now. And whatever highlights we do find, we will share them with you. But make sure, I wanna hear your feedback. Comment down below. Tell me, since it's in better conditions today, and get off my glasses, would you jump in here and cool off for yourself? I know, I would do it again in a heartbeat. So now a little further up from the nature's private swimming pool, and we're making a lot of discoveries along the way. I just spotted a man-made wall right here. That is completely stacked stone right there, constructed by man. So that's one thing that stands out. Makes you wonder why they built that. Almost looks like a type of road on top, because it's flat and then goes up again. You know what? Let's confirm that, because that does look like a little road. Yes, indeed. That is a type of path. That is like a trail or a path. So this wall was, I'm guessing, built to hold up the ground for this. Yeah, so right here where RJ's climbing up, that's the wall. And you can see there is a clear path here, like a type of trail. And it's actually pretty worn down. So whether it's animals or people, were or are using this. There's a big rock face there. And the forest here is just spectacular. So RJ has pointed out, and I'm glad he did, because I just cleared my mind, is this hump right here, which you could kind of see is rounded off. That's where the pipe is. So we're following the pipe all the way up, which would make sense why this wall is here, to kind of keep the earth next to it. So the pipe is covered and protected, but regardless, this is a clear path that Dan's walking on. But yeah, wherever this green moss is, that is the pipe. So those of you who are from Northeast Pennsylvania, you know about the Step Falls, you know about the 7 tubs. Those are all water features. But I'm dubbing this nature's step pools. So to put things into better perspective, even though this is not a deep one, there is one pool right here that I'm walking in. But as we step up, there's another pool. Here's the second pool. This one is a little bit deeper, especially right there. And as we step up, pool number 3. So this is the step pools. I am unofficially calling it that. Let's get in here and take a closer look. Oh, there's some little minnows in here. Wonder how deep that is. This is beautiful right here. We got some nice little flowing rapids and some falls into a pool. I can't see with the glare, but it does appear to be several feet deep. So while I'm here and I'm already wet, I'm going to walk in there and show you how deep it is. Not bad. Probably fishing here, I don't even know it. And you got the rapids right here. Hope you got your swim trunks on. We're gonna get wet. Ugh. Yeah, it's as you can see, just over my stomach. And look at the rock feature here. And then as we come closer, we got this nice little slide here. Look at that. And one over here. This would actually look really neat in the winter time. If this is frozen over, this may call for a winter return. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. RJ and Dan are up ahead, so I'm gonna show you the third pool up here, and then we'll continue on. There's pool number 2. Here is pool number 3. This one's not as deep, but still about waist deep. But look at the falls that are loading right into it. Let's get over there. And it's actually not slippery. There's no algae buildup on it. I'm walking right here and it's not slick. I'm really putting some force in to do that. Whoa, look at the carved out crater here, right there. They're almost like perfect circles. It's amazing how the water could carve that out. It's not like oblong or egg-shaped. It's nearly a perfect circle. All right, so that was a look at nature's step pools. Like I said, we never know what we'll find until we get out and explore, and that's what we're doing. So let's keep moving. So look at that. Nowhere to lie. Lengthwise, that's probably about 30 feet. And probably about 15 feet high. That is a huge rock. Wow.
So big.
What he said. There's a donut tire. But over here, another discovery. Look at that. Another discharge of iron. That one's really vibrant too. And that is coming right out from under the rock there. And it's like a built-up of like a deposit almost. So it's just dripping down, constantly wet, and just kind of pulls up right there. And then there's actually a little bit more over there too. You can see the orange just standing out from the green. And this is what we're gonna be dealing with next. So I'm gonna make my way up there and I'll see you somewhere up ahead. So behind me there is the big rock that RJ is standing on. And now I'm gonna be walking between these two massive boulders. One off to my right and one off to my left. They're like the size of like a cargo van or something. They're big. Up ahead here, the landscape kind of transforms from these big boulders to smaller ones, and it's more opened up. So let me get up to a little higher area here and I'll give you a nice view as to what's ahead. Make sure you watch RJ's video because he's actually documenting the path up there where the pipe is leading, and all that rock that you see has been drilled and blasted away to make room for that pipe. So you'll be able to see that on his video. I'm kind of following the source of the water. As I mentioned, it opens up quite a bit up here. And Dan's up there on the left too. That is so peaceful and serene. All right, I'm gonna cover some ground and I'll see you somewhere up ahead. So tell me, you guys having fun so far? I sure hope so because I'm having a blast. This is awesome. And we're at our next feature. Another pool. This one may have some depth to it. There's a little bit of a hole there. What do you think? Should we go check that out? Yeah, why not? That pool wasn't too bad, about chest deep. Until I stirred it up, it was nice and clear, but it got the nice little waterfall flowing into it. You see the RJ and Dan are up there. Just below that is the pipe. It's uncovered now, but covered in moss. Still flowing up. There's another little rock wall there. And looks like we got some massive boulders up ahead. Almost went down there with all my gear on me. Caught myself on the rock. Look at this. It's just eating away and it's just different layers. You can tell too, this hits water hits is pretty good. That's kind of eating away. And you can see the buildup of debris. It's actually a pretty freshly cut timber here. Look at this. That is a relatively brand new piece of wood. And that's stuck there from some high waters. This one I know how deep it is by looking at it. The deepest parts are maybe, ooh, okay, it's a little deeper here. That's closer to about 4 feet deep. It's kind of like the kids' wading pool, but there's some nice rocks sticking out there. And the way the water is coming through, it's actually being dammed up by these big boulders that kind of slid into place. And the water is sneaking its way through under there. But you can see how the rock is just excavated out. I bet you, during high floods, the water kind of comes here and maybe swirls around to eat that out. Standing on top now, you can see right to the bottom. And the water is making its way right there, slowly but surely. There's a nature provided a little dam here. So behind that is another pool of water. As we get up behind this big boulder here. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is so clean, so clear. Wow. I can't pass this up I'm gonna pull out the snorkeling gear. I'm gonna bring it underwater. Let's check it out. Find a shower.
Look, man, come back and get me later.
So that was another incredible hole with the little waterfall right there. And now we got to continue upwards. So above that, there is another little pool here, which I need to walk through. And as I'm coming across here, I want to point out something that I noticed. Now, we're coming at a great time of year where we've had very little rainfall in the past month. So the water levels are pretty low, which is helping keep it nice and clear. But in case you're wondering, how high does the water get after substantial rains, or even like in the springtime with after snow melt? Well, we could see, look at that. That's the water line. So that dark area is underwater when it's the wet season, if you want to call it that. So we're looking from where it is now about another 2 to 3 feet. So just think, the water that much higher flowing through here, we wouldn't have been able to swim through there if that was the case. And what we're looking at right now, this exposed bedrock, would all be underwater. What is this? It looks like a vertebrae. What is that? I wonder if they moved it when they came down. And the neat thing I keep pointing out, and it's just fascinating, is the water keeps carving out these pockets. It just looks so neat. It's like little natural cavities. And there's a good perspective from where we just were, and now we gotta, as I mentioned, keep trekking upwards. So I know we're not terribly far away, but I can't see the destination yet. But that's okay, because as we've learned time and time again, the journey is almost always better than the destination itself. So without a doubt, that's holding true today. So I'm gonna keep trekking along, and we're gonna keep showing you all these amazing features. And in just a moment, I'm gonna show you some more of the rock wall in the pipe, which is just up here. There's more of the stone stacked wall. pipe is right there. Nice quiet area of the stream. And looking upwards, it's a nice straightaway here. I don't see our location or destination yet. And I know what I'm looking for. I don't see it yet, but it shouldn't be too much further past what we're looking at right now. All right, I found the source of those vertebrae water prints. And we're gonna find out what is the culprit.
It's a croc vertebrae.
Yep, it's his croc feet. I didn't even imagine that because you stepped on that like probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago, but it's still wet. The one thing I love pointing out is how nature adapts to its environment. And here's a perfect example. Look at this tree. This tree started growing over there, grew over the rock, and is kind of defying gravity, growing upwards.
So it changed its mind. It didn't like that spot.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I want a water view, so I'm gonna get closer to the water. That is pretty cool. Oh, here's a nice kind of a calm patch of water, and I almost went down. I don't know how many times I almost went down. It's okay though. Oh yeah, look at this. It's not deep, but it's nice and calm. It's actually going to make for some nice photos I'm going to capture here with the reflection. There's a little shot peeking through the branches. Back up on the pathway now, where you see the green moss on the left, that is the pipe. And there's so much trash. Oh, the pipe actually does a crossing up here. Okay. And there is a ton of debris jammed up from high waters. You know, I was gonna stay in the water too, and I got out just at the wrong time. And I think there's some stuff over there that we may need to investigate. I see some pipes that could possibly mean some old activity. All right, we're back. So we crossed over. The pipe that we saw is over there. And from there, I looked over here and saw a few pipes. And at first I thought they were something else. But honestly, I think they are just drainage pipes. I thought they were pipes maybe that were gated for the coal mines that we've seen in the past. No, so it just goes to the other side. But something is on top here, like a roadway, it almost appears to be. So, okay, it's not a mine, it's just a culvert. Semi-modern though. This is probably placed here in the last 20 years. So it makes me wonder what's on top. So I think I'm gonna get up there and check it out. So I'm on top, there's the pipes. And my confirmation was correct. This is indeed a road. It's wide enough for a small vehicle. So that's probably how they get down here to install those culvert pipes. But where the water is coming from through those culvert pipes is over here. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. It's actually a type of waterfall up there. Almost looks like a cave as well. So you look right there, that black hole, that looks intriguing, but the water is just trickling down like a light waterfall down the rock face. So here's looking at the dam of sorts from all the material. I'm gonna get down here and give you a much closer look at it, but it's even bigger than I thought. Yeah, that is a lot of material. There's actual whole trees there and limbs and branches and some garbage. So after heavy rains, this is just getting plugged up and dammed up. It's all because of the pipe and the foundations of it, the concrete. It's just causing stoppages. That would be a lot of effort and probably need some heavy equipment to clear that out. But I know we are very near the destination. Here's just the look. We are really far down in this valley. But something is here. We actually have a structure. I actually smell fire. There's a pool of water. Yeah, there's a fire burning somewhere nearby. Whoa. Holy crap. I don't even know what to call this. This is a section of pipe just laying here with some huge connections or caps on them. Yeah, so you can see how big it is. That is pretty massive. And it's just laying here. It's not attached or positioned here. All right, turn the light on. So we got a little table on here. Some wood beams. And there's looking out. There's no holes in the floor. So it doesn't look like a pump or valve house. It looks like a little station or shack. Oh, look at this. Little jar. Jan Sport backpack. Jen loves somebody.
Another bag?
Yeah.
Transport bag. So somebody like, oh.
Oh, look at the lay. Somebody got laid in here. Oh boy. I gotta get out of here now. It's getting X-rated. So, building, if you have any thoughts on what that could have been for, other than like a watchman's shack, feel free to leave your input. There's a fire right here. That's not good. They just left it burning before putting it out. We either scared somebody away or we just missed them.
Should be rekindled from something from last night too.
That's still really warm.
Yeah, it is. It stinks too.
Oh, at least they were cleaning the pool. They got a skimmer. Okay, so you guys, if you've seen the last video or the previous video, not sure when it came out, but this is the location that I was at. I was actually up on top of there. And here's the pipes. So this one obviously open right there. This one though is going into the wall, and on top of there is a structure I showed with water in it. I believe it connects somewhere in there, but this is an old decommissioned reservoir. And this is what I call the source of the oasis, but this is not just the source. There's actually a clean water stream coming from a reservoir miles away, an active reservoir that flows into this and then flows down. So it's kind of like a temporary reservoir, holding reservoir, and he's cleaning the water. So this water is fairly deep. I remember looking at it, and I said this was about 50 to 60 feet tall. It's about right. This is great to see the connection between the oasis and this reservoir. And my initial thoughts was that this has not been used in probably 50 years. And it was originally created for the coal mine activity, for the collieries and breakers and stuff. That's just speculation, but it definitely hasn't been used for a long, long time. I know people have been coming here since the 80s, if not earlier. So that's putting it over 40 years old. But it's great to see it from a whole different viewpoint. I'm gonna kind of scope the area a bit more, see if there's anything else to find. May or may not go in the water, but nonetheless, this is incredible. So let me see what else I can find, see what I'm gonna do next, and I'll bring you right back. So Dan was nice enough to get some water with the water bottle, put the fire out. Glad we kind of caught it when we did, because you never know, it could just catch and spread into an out of control fire. Which shouldn't have to be said, that if you are doing a fire like that, not to leave it unattended. You never know what could happen. But I guess we were meant to come here for a reason. But as you saw, as I explained, we now know what is upstream of the secret oasis and what's downstream of the old decommissioned reservoir. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you have any favorite areas that you saw along the way or moments I share with you. The one thing that stands out to me is 3 of Mother Nature's step pools. Those were incredible, as well as that little pool where we hung out or sitting underneath the waterfall splashing on me. Those were fantastic. Aside from that though, the landscape is just amazing. I mean, you can't really get much better than this. It's scenic, it's, you know, lush. You got rocks, you got trees, you got all kinds of things. Nature's carpet. Unfortunately, some trash, but that is just the way it goes. You do find that where people have been. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. They are enjoying the rest of their time, and make sure to check out RJ's video, as mentioned earlier. That way you could see what he saw that I missed, and vice versa. You know, we do this so that we could give 2 different perspectives. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining me on today's adventure. And until next time, I'll see you real soon in the next video.